Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wealthy Life, a channel for your personal growth, awakening, and financial wisdom. Have you ever wondered why startups with brilliant ideas, passionate founders, and even solid funding still collapse within a few years? Why does 90% of the startup world vanish before it ever makes a dent? It's not due to a lack of intelligence, effort, or creativity. So, what's going wrong? And more importantly, how can you avoid becoming just another statistic? Let's dive deep. 1. The vision trap. Are you building what people actually want? Build it and they will come. Really? This myth has destroyed countless startups. Many founders fall in love with their idea instead of falling in love with solving the customer's problem. Why does this happen? Because we confuse passion with product market fit. Because we trust our assumptions more than we test them. Because we believe we are the exception. Eric Ries, in the book The Lean Startup, emphasizes, the only way to win is to learn faster than anyone else. Lesson: fall in love with the problem, not your solution. Talk to real customers. Test your hypothesis early. Iterate fast. 2. The lone wolf illusion. Can you really do it all alone? Do you think you need to prove you're a genius by doing everything yourself? Why is it so hard for founders to ask for help? Pride, ego, fear of looking weak. But business is not a solo sport. In the movie The Social Network, we see Mark Zuckerberg at the center. But behind Facebook's rise was a complex team of coders, investors, and legal players. It wasn't a one-man army. It was a network. Build a support system. Hire for your blind spots. Partner with people smarter than you in areas you're weak. 3. The hustle myth. Is hard work enough to succeed? Just hustle harder is dangerous advice. Why? Because you might be sprinting in the wrong direction. Burnout isn't a badge of honor. Endless 100-hour weeks might make you look committed, but they often hide deeper issues. Poor planning, lack of delegation, or unclear goals. Bill Gates once said, I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. Work smart before working hard. Know when to pause, reflect, and re-strategize. 4. Fear of pivoting. Are you stuck because you're afraid to change? Why do founders resist change, even when the market is clearly telling them to? It's psychological. We invest time, energy, money, and then feel trapped by the sunk cost fallacy. But refusing to pivot when needed is like trying to sail against a hurricane. Have you heard the book Reed Hastings, Netflix CEO, initially rented DVDs, but when streaming emerged, he pivoted. That pivot made Netflix a global media giant. Stay committed to the mission, but flexible with the method. Your original idea is a starting point, not a prison. 5. Funding is not equal to success. Is money really the answer? Startups often think, if only we had funding, we'd be unstoppable. But why do so many VC-backed startups still fail? Because money amplifies what's already there, good or bad. If you lack product market fit, hiring with funding will only increase the chaos. Paul Graham, the partner of Y Combinator, warns, don't raise money until you make something people want. Nail the fundamentals before seeking cash. Money is not a substitute for strategy. 6. Comparison kills. Are you running your own race or someone else's? Why do entrepreneurs constantly compare themselves to others? Social media, startup hype, TechCrunch headlines. But comparing your startup's Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20 only leads to anxiety, poor decisions, and burnout. Define your own metrics of success. Focus on progress, not perfection. 7. The purpose vacuum. Why are you really doing this? If your why is only money, you're on thin ice. Money alone won't carry you through sleepless nights, rejections, or failed launches. You need a purpose that goes deeper. Simon Sinek puts it beautifully. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Your mission fuels your resilience. Anchor everything you do in meaning. 8. Ego over empathy. Are you listening or just talking? Why do some founders ignore customer feedback? Because it hurts. Because it challenges their identity. But real growth comes when you replace ego with empathy. In the book, Shoe Dog, Nike founder Phil Knight admits that success wasn't about great marketing. It was about deeply understanding what athletes needed. Shut up and listen. The market will tell you everything you need to know if you're humble enough to hear it. 9. The busy delusion. Are you doing what matters most? Startups die not from starvation, but indigestion. Try and do too many things at once. Why do founders confuse motion with progress? Because being busy feels productive. But not all tasks are created equal. Do fewer things. Do them better. Obsess over impact, not activity. 10. Giving up too soon. Are you quitting right before the breakthrough? How many times have founders quit one step before success? Building a business is like mining for gold. Many stop digging inches before striking the vein. Thomas Edison famously said, "Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up." Persistence isn't blindly repeating the same mistake. It's staying adaptable while staying in the game. So, what's the real secret to startup success? Is it intelligence? Connections? Timing? The truth is simpler, yet harder. Clarity, humility, relentless learning. In the words of Steve Jobs, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust in something. Trust in your growth. Trust in your resilience. Trust that the pain has purpose. But don't do it blind. Ask the hard questions. Be brutally honest. Then move boldly forward. Your startup doesn't fail when it runs out of money. It fails when you stop growing. So are you still growing? Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like and share the video. May you soon discover your true direction in life.